everybody, because you were saying your daughter was falling in love.
So we talked about my 11-year-old before. Now we'll talk about my 16-year-old daughter, Chloe. When I wore these, she was like, Mom, I really have to have those. And you know what? It's great because Judith's jewelry is designed to be generationalist.
Yes.
It goes from 16 to 86, and they're just right for everybody. And she's right, you're right, it's on trend. Celestials everywhere, and they're so pretty. I love what Judith did with the juxtaposition of the shorter star and the longer moon. It's such a great look.
And we're doing it in the sterling silver and in the gold plate. So again, whichever person you are, you can do that. But having the two different earrings, the two different lengths, very, very hot, very on trend right now. We've taken $20 off for this. 5 flex are still available. Please, please take advantage of that. But when we're talking about the pink rhodolites in there, when we're talking about the orange and yellow sapphires, like she put them just placed perfectly in the earrings. It's not overdone.
It's not overdone, and it's not only not overdone, what she did that made it so special is that she mixed the placement and the sizes. So when you actually look at the moon, for example, you see large yellow sapphires, small orange sapphires, pink rhodolites, all different sizes. So it just fills in the space beautifully, and they play so nicely with each other, these colors. So it just gives it that added special touch, which makes this high fashion.
Oh yeah.
This is high luxury. This is something that you only see in the finest jewelry brands doing this type of setting work, and that's because this is all made in the same factories that makes Judith's 18-karat couture line. So the finest jewelers, the finest setters, the best lapidaries for these stones. Look at the gorgeous color. That's a rhodolite in the center of that star there, and that little orange sapphire above it. And they have just a nice whimsy, and I love the movement of these too. It's a perfect earring, and I use the word perfect a lot because Judith does everything to perfection. She looks at everything. Even the curve of the earring top is so done intentionally so that it sits on your lobe. It doesn't stand away. It doesn't just fall flat. It just rolls slightly with your lobe. It sits so comfortably.
And the moon earring, to let you know, to kind of give you an idea, is the length is 2 3/8. The star is about 1 11/16 on that. So if you've seen this kind of look out, or you've seen it in a magazine, or you've seen it somewhere and you're like, I wanna try this look, I think it's gorgeous. This for me is a great way to get into that. Or if you have a 16-year-old, or if your mom is really in, or I was saying about, you know, that quote we were just reading about reaching for the stars and the moon. Sometimes you know somebody that's very into something that's very stars and moon, and that's their thing. This would be the perfect set for them.
And it's also a great gift to give. I mean, holidays are gonna be here before we know it. But even like if you know someone that's going through something, and they're maybe going for a raise, or they're looking for a new job, you know, to give them the gift of a moon and star, and like Judith's quote, to reach for the moon and stars, I think it's very special. And so I think this is the perfect gift-giving item, whether it be for yourself or for a loved one.
I love when we look at jewelry because I mean, you're right. We are basically on the gift-giving mindset at this point. And I think jewelry is one of those things that when you see it, you see someone. You see someone in your life. And with the stars and the moon, I think that's extra, you know, poignant when we're talking about that, whether you want it in the gold or you want it in the silver. I love that we have both because everybody knows a girl like, oh, that's my silver girl. This is my gold, you know, this is my gold girl. I love this. These are French wire back, so these are gonna be for pierced ears. So that is one thing you'll need to know. I wanna remind you again, we have the 5 flex pay available. We have the 6 flex pay if you want to extend it out, one added flex pay if you have the HSN credit card, which means you can pay this off $25 a month for 6 months, but you get it on that first one. So maybe it's not for Christmas. Maybe it's a push present. Maybe, wink, wink. Maybe it's a push present for someone. Oh, Jenny's in the studio with me too. She would love a push present. She's my other pregnant sister in the building. But there's always gonna be a moment in your life, and oh, that would be a baby push present, stars,
Isn't that
moon.
nice?
Oh my gosh.
We found your push present. I hope your husband's watching.
Gorgeous. So again, when we're talking about the pink and the orange, and she absolutely puts everything in thoughtfully.
That's right.
For her.
You know, I think the basic way to have done this would have just been orange sapphires.
I think, yeah.
And you know, it would have been fine, but by mixing those tonal colors, it pumps it up, it makes it all pop, it makes it just so special and unique, and that's the difference between jewelry and designer jewelry. A high-end designer.
Judith.
And Judith, yes, and Judith.
Item number for this is 662243. Now we've already taken 20